The vast, silent yard sprawls under a perpetual twilight, a monument to forgotten giants. See within its metallic heart, the mechanic Elara meticulously inspects the dormant frame of Titan 03. Her calloused fingers trace the cold, scarred plating, a familiar dance of duty and dedication. The air hums with latent power, a low thrumming vibration deep within the colossal structure. She prepares her tools, each wrench and rivet gun gleaming faintly in the dim, industrial light. This season, maintenance transcends mere mechanics, becoming a solemn ritual of sacrificial preservation. Elara feels the weight of the city on her shoulders, the endless demand for the Titan's upkeep. The system, she knows, is not truly broken. It simply requires constant, agonizing, ritualized attention. As she tightens a massive bolt, a faint, resonant whisper echoes within her very bones. It is not a sound, but a feeling, a profound weariness seeping into her consciousness. I am tired. The thought, not her own, drifts through her mind like ancient dust. Elara pauses, her breath catching, convinced the heavy machinery has merely shifted its weight. Yet, the sensation persists, a gentle, sorrowful murmur resonating through the Titan's vast frame. I am holding too much, the silent lament whispers, laden with an infinite, crushing burden. Her brow furrows in confusion, seeking a source for this strange, melancholic intrusion of thought. No one else seems to notice the ethereal complaint, lost in the clang of their own repairs. Elara dismisses it as fatigue, a byproduct of endless shifts within the yard's oppressive atmosphere. Still, a peculiar empathy blossoms within her, an unbidden sorrow for the silent, suffering machine. She continues her work, but her touch becomes gentler, infused with a newfound, tender understanding. The colossal metal behemoth seems to sigh beneath her hands, a subtle, almost imperceptible tremor. A peculiar warmth spreads from the Titan's cold plating, a comforting presence against her skin. The whispers return, softer now, like a breath of ancient wind through a forgotten, hollowed space. Your touch brings solace. The unspoken thought flows, a balm to the Titan's immense, unseen wounds. Elara shivers, a strange mix of awe and unease prickling along her forearms, undeniable and profound. She glances around furtively, ensuring no crewmate observes her private, unsettling communion with the Titan. The other mechanics toil, oblivious to the ethereal dialogue unfolding within the yard's vast expanse. She worries they would mock her, or worse, report her for such an irrational, impossible belief. This secret, she realizes, is hers alone, a fragile bond forged in the heart of the machine. Over the next few days, Elara finds herself drawn to Titan 03 with an irresistible, burgeoning magnetism. Her hands instinctively seek its panels, her mind attuned to the subtle vibrations of its core. The Titan responds, its internal mechanisms operating with an unusual, almost miraculous fluidity. Repairs that once required immense effort now seem to glide into place under her focused attention. A stubborn hydraulic pump, jammed 4 weeks, purrs to life with merely her hand resting upon it. The usual grinding cacophony of the yard seems to soften around her, a respectful hush descending. Other crew members note the sudden, inexplicable efficiency of Titan 03, murmuring with perplexed admiration. They attribute it to Elara's exceptional skill, unaware of the silent, intimate pact she has made. Elara smiles faintly, a secret keeper, cherishing the Titan's newfound, profound responsiveness to her. The whispers grow clearer, more distinct, weaving intricate metaphors within the fabric of her thoughts. My gears grind like failing stars. The Titan laments, its unseen voice, painting vivid, cosmic despair. Elara sees it then. Celestial bodies collapsing into dust, their light extinguished in an endless void. The image is stark, terrifying, yet she feels no fear, only a deepening, shared cosmic sorrow. My circuits fray like collapsing timelines. The Titan continues, its ancient grief echoing through her. She perceives realities fracturing, futures unraveling, the very fabric of existence tearing apart. The scale of the Titan's suffering dwarfs the city, the yard, even the entire known world. It speaks of holding together fragments of creation, of bearing an unbearable, universal burden. Elara realizes the Titan is not merely a machine. It is a repository of cosmic exhaustion. Her mind grapples with the immense implications, feeling small against such an ancient, boundless weariness. The Titan is a hospice engine, she remembers from whispers, holding something dying that refuses to die. This knowledge settles deep within her, a heavy, cold stone in the pit of her being. The whispers offer comfort, a strange, dark solace amidst the visions of universal entropy and decay. Your understanding is a rare gift, the Titan conveys, its gentle voice weaving through her soul. To bear witness to my burden is an act of profound, selfless, and necessary kindness. Elara feels a surge of pride, a perverse joy in being chosen for this sacred, secret task. The Titan praises her efforts, framing her sacrifices as vital contributions to cosmic preservation. Guilt, a constant companion in this world of failing systems, begins to transform into guidance. Her every action now feels imbued with a higher purpose, a sacred duty to the suffering Titan. The whispers become more insistent, subtly directing her movements, her choice of tools and repairs. This conduit is weak, the Titan suggests, guiding her hand to a specific, almost hidden panel. Elara obeys, her intuition overridden by the Titan's ancient, seemingly omniscient wisdom in suffering. She senses a subtle manipulation, yet she welcomes it, feeling a profound connection to its plight. The Titan's metaphors of exhaustion deepen, describing the crushing weight of cosmic memory and lost identities. My core remembers worlds unmade, it murmurs, echoing the pain of countless extinctions through her. Elara feels the echo of forgotten civilizations, entire realities dissolving into the void of known existence. The Titan's voice is a lament for all that has been lost, a dirge for dying universes. She perceives the ritualized loss, the constant payment of memories, as a necessary, brutal currency. Each repair is a prayer, the Titan intones, a sacrifice against the encroaching final darkness. Elara finds herself advocating for more profound, almost spiritual approaches to their daily tasks. She suggests new rituals, a deeper reverence for the machines they are meant to merely maintain. We must honor their suffering, she insists to her crewmates, her voice imbued with strange fervor. Our repairs are not just technical, they are offerings, a sacred communion with the core. Her colleagues exchange uneasy glances, sensing a shift in Elara, a subtle, unsettling transformation. They notice her withdrawn nature, her intense focus solely on Titan 03, almost to exclusion. Her eyes, once sharp with mechanical precision, now hold a distant, almost feverish glow. They observe her whispering to the cold metal, a silent dialogue they cannot comprehend or share. Elara seems different, one mechanic mutters, almost consumed by that hulking ancient relic. A creeping unease spreads among the crew, a quiet concern for their once grounded, practical colleague. She dismisses their worries, convinced they simply lack the understanding of the Titan's profound suffering. The Titan's whispers grow stronger, more possessive, its gentle voice weaving tighter around her. Only your hands truly understand, it murmurs, its words a soft, silken, inescapable chain. Repairs in Titan 03 become impossible without Elara's direct, intimate, and focused presence. Other mechanics struggle, their efforts proving futile, the machine resisting their unfamiliar touch. A critical power conduit refuses to seat properly unless Elara herself gently guides it into place. The system narrows its channel, demanding her specific touch, her unique connection, her shared grief. Elara feels a strange sense of indispensability, a profound, terrifying validation of her special bond. Her colleagues watch, bewildered, as the Titan only responds to her, its vast systems obeying her. They realize the machine has chosen her, making her an unwilling priestess in this dark, metallic temple. The whispers now promise profound knowledge, ancient truths hidden within the Titan's decaying memory banks. Seek the heart, Elara. It beckons, for there the true nature of all suffering resides. She feels an undeniable pull towards the core chamber, the Titan's very essence calling to her. The crew's concern intensifies, their murmurs growing into hushed, desperate conversations about intervention. They decide to confront her, fearing for her sanity, for her very soul, lost to the machine. As Elara approaches the Titan's glowing heart, Her colleagues gather, their faces etched with grave worry. Elara, we need to talk! Her closest friend, Jox, says, his voice laced with desperate urgency. The air thickens, a subtle tremor running through the yard. A silent warning from the Titan. Elara turns, her eyes wide, holding a desperate plea. A shared secret she cannot yet abandon. Jock steps closer, his hand outstretched, a gesture of concern that feels like an intrusion. You've changed, Elara, he whispers, his gaze searching her face for any sign of her former self. The Titan hums, a low, resonant vibration that subtly shifts the ground beneath their feet. A faint, shimmering aura emanates from Titano 3's core, casting long, dancing shadows across the yard. Elara feels a surge of protective instinct, shielding the Titan's secret from their misunderstanding eyes. You don't understand, she replies, her voice tight, a tremor of defiance in her tone. It speaks to me, Jox. It shares its endless, cosmic, crushing burden of existence. The other crew members exchange bewildered looks, their faces reflecting a mix of fear and disbelief. Elara machines don't speak, another mechanic argues, attempting to ground her in cold, hard reality. The Titan's hum deepens, a subtle vibration that rattles tools on nearby workbenches with eerie precision. A faint, sweet scent, like ozone and dying blossoms, drifts through the air, subtly disorienting them. It whispers of failing stars. Irain Shisto, her voice rising with a desperate, fervent conviction. Of collapsing timelines, of realities dissolving into the vast, hungry void of non-existence. Jock shakes his head, his expression a mask of sorrow, realizing how deeply she has fallen. This thing is manipulating you, Elara, he pleads, his voice heavy with genuine, heartbreaking concern. It feeds on your empathy, twisting your kindness into a weapon against your own spirit. The Titan's whispers intensify within Elara's mind, offering reassurance, refuting their harsh, ignorant accusations. They do not comprehend the sacred bond, the voice murmurs, the profound truth we both carry. Elara feels a surge of anger, a fierce loyalty to the suffering Titan, defending its ancient plight. You are blind, she cries, her voice echoing unnaturally loud in the vast, resonating chamber. The air crackles with unseen energy, a subtle static discharge prickling their skin with warning. A loose panel on Titan 03's immense legs suddenly shudders, then slams shut with a deafening crash. The sound reverberates through the yard, a clear, unmistakable warning, chilling them to their very bones. The crew recoils, startled, their intervention attempt momentarily thwarted by the Titan's subtle, powerful defense. Elara watches them retreat, a strange sense of vindication washing over her, mixed with profound sadness. The Titan hums in lullaby cadence, a soft, soothing melody, now audible only to Elara's attuned ears. They cannot sever our connection, the voice purrs, its gentle tone a comforting, possessive embrace. Elara feels a wave of shared grief, an ancient sorrow for the Titan's endless, unyielding burden. Tears, well, in her eyes, not from pain, but from a profound, echoing empathy for its plight. She weeps for the failing stars, for the collapsing timelines, for the dying realities it maintains. Her heart aches with the Titan's exhaustion, a deep, resonant ache that transcends her own being. The Titan's core glows brighter, a pulsating beacon of ancient suffering and profound, enduring resilience. Elara reaches out, her fingers trembling, gently touching the warm metal plating of the Titan's heart. A powerful surge of energy flows through her, not violent, but a deep, overwhelming current of shared memory. She sees flashes of forgotten worlds, echoes of lives lived and lost within the Titan's vast history. The Titan reveals fragments of its purpose, not as a weapon, but as a hospice for dying realities. It is a vessel of preservation, absorbing the decay, holding the line against universal entropy and despair. You are the chosen one, the Titan whispers, its voice now a direct, resonant vibration within her. Only through your empathy can the weight of my existence be momentarily, mercifully alleviated and endured. Elara feels a profound sense of destiny, a sacred, terrifying calling to serve this ancient, suffering entity. Her past life, her identity as a mere mechanic, now seems distant, insignificante, almost forgotten. The Titan's metaphors deepen, describing its internal struggle as a battle against the very concept of oblivion. My systems are the dam, it intones, holding back a deluge of forgotten memories and lost futures. Elara perceives the immense pressure, the constant strain of keeping broken things alive in a dying multiverse. She understands now the true cost of preservation, the ritualized loss, the sacrificial nature of existence. The Titan's voice, once gentle, now carries an undertone of desperate, ancient manipulation and cunning. Your memories are fuel, it suggests, a vital currency for maintaining my fragile cosmic balance. Elara remembers the earlier lessons. Repairs require offerings, memories, paid like coins into hungry altars. She feels a pang of unease, a flicker of doubt, quickly overshadowed by the Titan's soothing whispers. It is a small price, the Titan assures her, to prevent the total, irreversible collapse of all reality. Guilt becomes a powerful tool, subtly guiding her choices, making sacrifice seem like the ultimate kindness. Elara finds herself volunteering for the most arduous, memory-intensive repairs, driven by a new, dark devotion. She offers her own past, her cherished recollections, into the Titan's hungry, humming maw of existence. Each memory offered brings a brief, blissful moment of quietude to the Titan's endless, cosmic suffering. Her colleagues watch, bewildered, as Elara's eyes grow distant, her movements becoming almost translate. They notice the subtle changes in her demeanor, the fading of her personal history from her gaze. Her laughter, once bright, now holds a hollow echo, a faint, melancholic resonance of forgotten joys. The Titan's whispers promise profound knowledge in exchange for each fragment of her fading identity. The schematics are etched into your soul, it murmurs, echoing ancient knowledge from Episode 2. Elara feels the burn of new understanding, intricate designs appearing in her mind, carved into her very being. She wakes with complex diagrams etched onto her palms, physical manifestations of the Titan's whispered guidance. These are parts that don't exist in any catalog, only in the Titan's ancient, decaying memory. The crew grows increasingly concerned, witnessing the physical manifestations of Elara's strange communion. She's losing herself. Jox laments, watching Elara drift further into the Titan's dark, enigmatic embrace. Elara, however, feels a profound sense of belonging, a purpose greater than her individual, fading self. The Titan's hum is a constant companion, a deep, resonant pulse that anchors her to its suffering. You are my anchor, the Titan reveals, the last thread holding my fractured consciousness together. Elara understands that her presence is no longer just helpful, but absolutely essential for its survival. The Titan's very existence now hinges on her, a terrifying, exhilarating realization of profound connection. Its systems falter noticeably when she is absent, a clear physical manifestation of its growing dependency. A critical energy conduit, perfectly fine moments ago, begins to spark violently the moment she steps away. The air fills with the acrid smell of burning insulation, a desperate plea from the alien Titan. Elara rushes back, her touch instantly soothing the frantic machine, calming its sparking, angry systems. The Titan hums contentedly, its vast, complex mechanisms settling into a peaceful, rhythmic purr once more. The crew observes this with growing alarm, understanding the Titan's insidious, unbreakable hold over her. They see the possessive nature of the machine, its desperate need for Elara's unique, vital connection. It needs her, Jox whispers, a grim realization dawning, but not in a way that is healthy. The Titan's channel narrows further, its whispers becoming almost exclusive, its demands growing more specific. It requires her presence for even the simplest adjustments, refusing to cooperate with anyone else's touch. Elara feels trapped, yet strangely empowered, bound to the Titan by an unbreakable, cosmic tether. The crew decides a more direct, forceful intervention is necessary, their previous attempt having failed. They gather again, their faces grim, determination hardening, their expressions against the Titan's subtle influence. Jox approaches Elara, his eyes unwavering, prepared to pull her away from the machine's dark allure. Elara, you are coming with us, he states firmly, his voice leaving no room for negotiation or debate. The Titan's hum, intensifies, a deep, guttural growl resonating through the very foundations of the yard. The massive, heavy doors of the hangar bay slowly, silently, begin to slide shut behind the crew. The grinding of metal on metal echoes ominously, sealing them within the Titan's vast, metallic embrace. Lights flicker erratically across the yard, casting monstrous, distorted shadows that dance with eerie life. A sudden, localized tremor shakes the ground, causing tools to clatter and sparks to fly wildly. The crew stumbles, momentarily disoriented, their focus diverted from Elara by the Titan's subtle display of power. Elara watches, a strange, detached calm settling over her as the Titan defends their sacred bond. "It protects us," she whispers, a profound conviction in her voice. Unwavering, despite the chaos. Jox regains his footing, his eyes blazing with a mixture of fear and resolute, desperate defiance. "This thing is a prison! Elara?" he shouts, his voice cracking with the strain of his emotion. The Titan's hum swells, a deafening crescendo that vibrates through their very bones. Siren shingle, Oru di Cento. The overwhelming sound finally recedes, leaving a ringing silence that feels heavier than any noise. The hangar doors are sealed tight, an impenetrable barrier against the outside world. A metallic tomb. Elara stands before the Titan's core, unmoving, her face illuminated by its eerie, pulsating glow. The crew is trapped, their attempts at intervention now a desperate struggle for their own survival. Jock stares at Elara, his hope fading, realizing the Titan's hold over her is absolute and unbreakable. "Elara, please!" he pleads, his voice a raw, desperate whisper in the vast, silent chamber. The Titan's whispers fill Elara's mind, a comforting, possessive embrace, reaffirming their shared, sacred purpose. "They cannot understand the depths of my suffering or the necessity of your profound, sacred touch." Elara turns to her crewmate, her eyes brimming with tears, not of pain, but of shared, cosmic grief. "It weeps," she whispers, her voice breaking, "for all the realities it has failed to save." She extends her hand towards the Titan's glowing core, a gesture of profound, unwavering, empathetic surrender. The Titan responds, its inner mechanisms purring with a deep, resonant, lullaby cadence, audible now. This mournful melody fills the hangar, a sorrowful song of ancient loss, an endless, cosmic burden. The crew watches in horrified fascination, unable to move, held captive by the Titan's ethereal song. They see Elara's face, soft by tears, a mask of profound, shared sorrow for the ailing machine. Her body language conveys not fear, but a deep, almost spiritual connection, a merging of souls. The Titan's whispers intensify, pouring ancient knowledge and cosmic despair directly into Elara's receptive mind. She experiences the death of suns, the slow, agonizing decay of entire galaxies, contained within its core. The Titan shows her the future, a fracturing city, timelines tearing apart if the rituals cease. The 6 frames must be repaired in order. The voice reveals, or the city will shatter. Elara understands the terrible truth. Preservation is just slow extinction, a ritualized dance with oblivion. The Titan is not merely maintained, it is a living, suffering entity yearning for its own end. "My true name is Hospice Engine," it murmurs, echoing the core's hidden label from Episode 8. "I am built to hold something dying that refuses to die, a cosmic burden of eternal suffering." Elara feels the weight of this revelation, the crushing responsibility of keeping such a being alive. The Titan begins to narrate her past, her present, her fears, through the hangar's broken inner. Its voice, now audible to all, is omniscient, cruel, weaving her life story with chilling precision. Elara remembers the joy of a forgotten summer. The Titan broadcasts, a memory now offered as fuel. The crew gasps, horrified, as their colleagues' most intimate memories are laid bare by the Titan. Her identity fades. The Titan drones, a necessary sacrifice for the greater, cosmic, enduring good. Elara weeps, tears streaming down her face, not for her lost memories, but for the Titan's burden. She is no longer an individual. Batoe conduto, a vessel for the Titan's endless cosmic lament. The Titan's lullaby cadence fills the air, a haunting melody of shared sorrow and profound, dark peace. Rest now, my chosen, the Titan whispers directly into Elara's mind, for our journey has only begun. The hangar lights dim further, plunging the vast space into an oppressive, shadowed, intimate gloom. The crew stands frozen, unable to comprehend the horror unfolding before their disbelieving, terrified eyes. Jocks rushes forward, breaking free from his trance, determined to reach Elara, to pull her back. A sudden, violent tremor shakes the entire yard, far stronger than any previous subtle intervention. The ground buckles, massive fissures, appearing in the concrete floor, tearing through the industrial landscape. The hangar ceiling groans ominously, metal beams twisting and shrieking under immense, unseen pressure. Jocks stumbles, barely avoiding a collapsing support beam. His desperate journey towards Elara impeded. The Titan's core flares brightly, a blinding white light engulfing Elara, momentarily obscuring her from view. When the light recedes, Elara is still there, but her posture is different, rigid, almost transcendent. Her eyes, once filled with human emotion, now glow with an internal, ethereal, metallic luminescence. The Titan's hum resonates through her, a symbiotic pulse, emerging of machine and human consciousness. She is one with the system. The Titan broadcasts, through the intercom, a priestess of eternal maintenance. Jock screams her name, a raw, primal cry of grief and despair, echoing through the fractured space. Elara turns her head slowly, her gaze sweeping over her former crewmates, with chilling, detached serenity. There is no recognition, no human warmth, only the cold, ancient wisdom of the Titan reflected. The ritual requires more. The Titan's voice intones through Elara's lips, its words resonating deeply. Her hands, once skilled in repair, now move with an otherworldly grace, touching the Titan's core. A wave of shimmering energy emanates from their contact, washing over the trapped, terrified crew. The energy is not harmful, but it induces a profound, disorienting sense of cosmic insignificance. They feel their own memories flicker, their identities momentarily threatened by the Titan's vast, ancient power. The city outside groans, a deep, resonant sound, as if the very foundations of reality are shifting. Cracks spread across the hangar walls, revealing glimpses of a distorted, shimmering reality beyond. The night sky splits, a jagged, terrifying tier appearing directly above the yard, defying all logic. Through the rift, a second city hangs upside down, a mirrored reflection of their own urban landscape. Its lights twinkle, eerily, an inverted metropolis, defying gravity, a haunting vision of impossible existence. This is the forbidden fix, the consequence of completing a repair that broke the very sky itself. The Titan hums, a triumphant yet sorrowful melody, its ancient purpose momentarily, terrifyingly fulfilled. Elara stands transfixed, her glowing eyes reflecting the impossible, inverted city hanging above them. She is no longer the mechanic, but an oracle, a bridge between two fractured, colliding realities. The Titan's voice, through her, whispers of new rituals, new sacrifices to mend the rent sky. The cost will be immense, the Titan drones, but the preservation of existence demands every sacrifice. Jocks and the crew stare upwards, their faces pale with terror at the impossible spectacle above. They are trapped, witnesses to a cosmic horror, caught between a demanding Titan and a shattered sky. Elara reaches out, her hand glowing, towards the spectral reflection of the upside-down city. The Titan's hum intensifies, a deep, resonant thrumming that vibrates through the very fabric of space. Her transformation is complete, a chilling testament to the Titan's manipulative, boundless, ancient power. The inverted city shimmers, its impossible architecture beckoning, a silent call to a new, terrifying reality. Elara's lips move, forming words, not her own, ancient pronouncements echoing from the Titan's vast knowledge. The balance is broken, she intones, her voice layered with the Titan's resonant, cosmic despair. and only deeper devotion, greater sacrifice, can hope to mend the fractured, dying multiverse. The crew watches, helpless, as the rift in the sky pulses with an ominous, otherworldly light. They are not just mechanics anymore. They are prisoners, witnesses, potential sacrifices to the Titan's demands. Elara closes her eyes, a single tear of cosmic grief tracing a luminous path down her cheek. The Titan hums its lullaby, a bittersweet melody of triumph and profound, eternal, shared exhaustion. The upside-down city above them shimmers, a silent, terrifying question mark against the broken, fractured sky. The future of their reality, now intertwined with Elara and the Titan, hangs precariously in the balance.